Alright, folks, it's now time for the first game of our two-game finals in my Tournament of Champions for Jeopardy on the Xbox 360.
This is Jeopardy!
Now this is a two-game total point affair.
Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now,
$250,000.
here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Rivet.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
Let's get
take
to
you
the
right
Jeopardy
now
round
into
right
the
now.
Jeopardy round.
One
Clues are
daily
worth
double.
$200 to
Categories for the first round
$1,000 in these
are
categories. Which century? Women writers. Sweet pea.
P in quotation marks.
Cats. Sports quotes. And world facts. Player 1,
Sweet pea
you
for
start.
200.
Carnations and sweet williams belong to this colorful family of flowering plants. Okay, player 1.
What is the pansy?
No, that's not.
Well, we're not off to a very good start in
Any
this
other
final
takers?
now, are we?
Player 3.
Pink.
Hey, you're right. Player 3, make a selection, please, as we continue. Gene Fowler's biography of John Barrymore is called Good Night, Sweet This. Here's what we wanted. Prince.
Prince. Oh, I should have done that.
Please pick again. Player 3.
Women Writers 200.
Troubled by the fugitive slave law of 1850, she wrote what became an immediate bestseller. Player 1.
Who is Louisa May Alcott? Oh
Anyone else
no.
want to
Minus
hazard a guess on this?
400. I struggled in the Jeopardy round in the semifinal, and now same
Player
thing
3?
here. Harry
Hey, you're
Snow.
Player 3, back to you.
World facts for 200.
Lots of peridot has been found on the island of Zeebrugge in this colorful sea off Africa. It's player 1.
What is the Red Sea?
That's correct.
There we go.
Player 1. Here's Jimmy with the clue.
Built with Andrew Carnegie's gift, the Peace Palace in this Dutch city houses the International Court of Justice.
Yes, player
It
1.
is Amsterdam. No!
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Minus 600. This is not a good way to start.
The correct response is The Hague.
Ah, The Hague.
You get to pick again, player 1. 1/3 of the people in this South American country live in Montevideo. Most of its 15 million sheep don't.
Alright, where's Montevideo?
Okay, player 1.
What is Uruguay?
Yes, you're out of
There
it.
we go. World facts for 800.
We return.
Daily double.
It's the Daily Double. You're tied with player 2. So, what are you, player 1? All right, here's hordes of people know that Ulaanbaatar is this ancient Asian nation's capital.
What is Mongolia?
That puts you even further ahead.
Alright, and that will put me now in the lead.
Selecting it. Mount Shikara in these mountains is the highest peak in Georgia. The country, not the state. Okay, player 3.
Caucasus. Yep.
Player 3, you start.
Which century for 200?
Columbus reached South America for the first time. Okay, player 1.
What is the 15th?
That is correct.
Okay, which century for 400?
Player 1, John Smith came to Virginia to help found the Jamestown colony. Let's hear it, Player 1.
17th century.
Yep.
Which century for 600?
Player 1, let's get Jimmy's assistance on this clue.
Andrew Meikle invented the first threshing machine in this century.
Yes, Player 2.
The 18th.
Right.
Player 2's on the board.
Player 2, you start us off.
Cats for 2.
The fact that a cat can land upon its feet without injury gave rise to the myth that cats have this many
That
lives.
is 9.
It's Player 1. Yes.
400 cats.
All right. The Korat breed from Thailand is usually this color of some Olympic medals.
What is silver?
Okay, Player 1. Yes.
Cats for 600.
We return. The mass killing of cats in the 14th century helped spread this disease carried by rat fleas.
Excuse me.
Here's the response we were looking for. Bubonic plague.
Yes. 800
You
cats.
get to short-haired cats were derived from the Khafre cat, which was domesticated by this ancient civilization. It's Player 1.
What is... Rome?
No, that's not right. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we wanted. Egypt.
Oh. Cats for 1,000.
We return. This Asian-named cat is produced by mating Siamese and longhairs, and then selectively breeding them. The correct response is the Himalayan.
Which century?
You get to pick again, Player 1. The last emperor of China was forced to abdicate at the age of 6. Here's the response we were looking for. The 20th.
20th century.
Select. The Magna Carta was signed, establishing a standard for the rule of law. We're talking about the 13th.
13th century.
Select again.
Sweet pea for 6.
Perhaps an alteration of the word potato. This word follows sweet in a slang term for a pretty girl. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is petunia?
That's not it.
Oh no! Now I'm in second place.
Anyone else?
Ah!
Okay, Player 3.
Patootie.
Right you are.
Oh,
Player 3,
patootie. That
make a
was
selection,
right.
please, as we continue. This Hall of Fame NFL running back was nicknamed Sweetness. Player 1.
Who's Walter Payton?
Right.
There we go. Sweet pea for 2,000.
Okay, let's. If you're served
4,000,
sweetbreads
sorry.
in a restaurant, you're eating either thymus or this part of an animal. Okay, Player 2.
Pancreas?
Correct.
Yep.
Player 2. Where do we start?
Women Writers for 4.
This author created the vampire Lestat, the bad boy of the blood-sucking world. The correct response is Anne Rice.
Anne Rice.
We return to you, Player 2.
Women Writers for 6.
Not published until 2004, Suite Française is by Irene Nemirovsky, who died in this concentration camp in 1942. Here's the correct response. Auschwitz.
Auschwitz.
Player 2. Pick again.
800.
It was curtains for Hercule Poirot in her 1975 mystery, Curtain. Here's the correct response. Agatha Christie. You get to pick again, player 2. She wrote the 1970 novel Play It As It Lays and the 2011 memoir Blue Nights. Let's hear it, player 3.
Joan.
Hey, you're right.
Yeah. Player 3 is now up to $3,000.
A lot of clues, a lot of
Sports
categories,
books,
player
200.
3. Make us a Johnny Logan. We're honoring one of the all-time greats in baseball. Stan the Man
Stan
Him.
Musial.
He's immoral. Yes, player 1? You are correct.
400.
Okay, let's get this Hall of Fame 1970s Reds catcher was thinking about making a comeback until I pulled a muscle vacuuming. Okay, player 1?
Is Johnny Bench.
Correct.
Alright, let's go for 1,000.
Select again. At a dinner, Redskins running back John Riggins begged this Supreme Court justice, "Baby, loosen up."
I can never remember this one. Player 2.
Yes, player 2.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Sorry.
No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, player 1.
Who's Sandra Day O'Connor?
That is correct.
There we go. 800.
Player 1. This 1950s Yankee manager said of a pitcher, "He don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't chase women, and he don't win." It's player 1.
Who is Casey Stengel?
You are correct.
Okay, up to $4,000, and then the last one
And we'll
for
wrap up the
600.
board with this clue. He made Bartlett's with, "If people don't want to come out to the ballpark, nobody's going to stop them." Let's hear it, player 3.
Daffy D.
No. Any other takers? Yes, player 1.
Who is Yogi Berra?
Good.
That's right. So that takes me to
Player 2
4,600.
is going first in Double Jeopardy when we come back following this.
And player 2 at $600. So player 2 is going to select first in Double Jeopardy.
Let's see what happens in Double Jeopardy with these categories awaiting the players.
Categories?
Take me out to the history game.
Interesting.
Insects. Famous Canadians. Le cinéma. The Old Testament.
And finally,
And food words
food
and
words
phrases.
and phrases.
A lot of
And we're
clues, a
gonna
lot of
start with
categories. Player
the Old
2.
Testament
Make us
for
while
400.
fleeing the destruction of Sodom, Lot's wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of this. Here's what we wanted. Salt.
Salt. Okay. 800.
Many people believe Ramses was the pharaoh to whom Moses said, "Let my people go," in this book of the Bible. It's player 1.
What is Genesis?
Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else?
Gotta
Yes,
step it
player
up.
3. Right you are.
Gotta step it up here.
Player 3, make a selection, please, as we
Old
continue.
Testament for 12.
David gave this son and successor advice and plans for building the temple in Jerusalem.
Remember, this is the first game of the finals.
Yes, player
Player
3.
3 says Solomon.
Good.
That's right. Putting him in the lead now at 44.
We return to you, player 3.
Old Testament for 16.
When this man's brothers said that he was still alive, his father Jacob's heart fainted, for he believed them not.
Player
Let's
2.
hear it, player 2.
Joseph.
Yeah!
Yeah, so player 2's now at 22.
All right, let's get back into this. Player
Testament
2 has control.
2000.
This heroine, for whom a Bible book is named, was married to King Ahasuerus of Persia.
Player 3.
It's player 3.
Esther.
Yeah, good.
Uh-oh, now player 3 is increasing his lead. He's at the
Player 3,
6,400.
make a selection, please,
Famous
as we
Canadians
continue.
for 4.
In 1917 and 1918, Ontario's Billy Bishop claimed 72 aerial victories as an ace in this war. It's player 1.
What is World War One?
Yes.
Famous Canadians for 800.
Where do we... Toronto-born journalist Morley Safer began co-hosting this TV news magazine way back in 1970. Let's hear it, player 1.
60 minutes. Famous Canadians for 1200.
Please pick again. Let's get Jimmy's assistance on this clue.
This mariner's 16th century explorations of the Gulf of St. Lawrence laid the basis for French claims to Canada.
Here's the correct response. Jacques Cartier,
1600.
player 1. Co-discoverer of this pancreatic hormone, Ontario's Frederick Banting won a 1923 Nobel Prize.
Oh, I don't really want to risk it since I'm trailing right now.
Here's what we were looking for. Insulin. Player 1.
Why
Pick
does it
again.
say what is F? Food words and phrases for 400.
Someone suddenly saying flattering things to you may just be doing this, like you'd do to bread. Player 1?
What is buttering you up?
That is correct.
Food words and phrases for 8.
Player 1. This condiment's name once meant the genuine article, so to cut it meant to be good enough.
What is mustard?
Yes, player 1?
Okay, I'm trailing by only $200.
Please. When a baseball player barely makes a catch, the way the ball and the glove look is known as this sweet treat. It's player 1.
This is for the lead. What is an ice cream cone?
Good.
Two words and phrases. For
You
60.
again.
Answer there. One of the daily doubles.
Answer. The first of the 2 daily doubles. And you're in the lead
And
now.
just
So what's your
overtaken.
wager?
Just taking the lead. I'll try 2,600.
Answer. It's something added, perhaps piped on, to make a good thing even better.
What is sprinkle?
Sorry, you're down to second now, player 1. Here's what we were looking for. Frosting.
Frosting. Ugh, and I've lost my lead.
You get to a woman's sleeve that's full at the top and gathered at the wrist is called leg of this.
Chance to finally get in the
Here's the
5
correct
figures,
response.
but I blew it.
Mutton.
It was mutton. 2,000
Player
famous
1.
Canadians.
Pick a, this Nova Scotia man founded a famous line of ships in 1838. Okay, player 1.
Who is William Halifax? Ah, no!
Anyone else want to
Oh
hazard a
man,
guess
this
on
is not going well. This first game is not going well. Player 3?
Yes, player 3.
Samuel Cunard.
Yes.
Ah! Now I'm gonna have to work
You
even
start us off.
harder.
The finest singers among species of this insect are the tree type, not the house or field type. It's player 1.
What is the cricket?
Correct. Player 1.
So
You're in
400.
45 years before Disney, Jean Cocteau made a live-action version of this film with Josette Day as Belle.
What is Beauty and the Beast?
Player 1.
Cinema for 800.
Player 1. This 2001 title role was meant for Emily Watson, but she didn't speak French. Audrey Tautou got the part. Okay, player one.
What is Marie? Or who is Marie?
No.
No. Oh.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess
Well,
on
good
this?
thing this is only the... Good thing this is a 2-game final, not a 1-game final.
Player two.
Emily.
Right you are.
I'm in
Player
third
two.
place.
You start us off.
The cinema for 12.
This star of Chocolat and The English Patient made her film debut in the 1982 French film Liberty Bell. Player one?
Who is Anna Paquin?
No, that's not.
Arrgh!
Any other takers? Here's what we wanted. Juliette Binoche. Player two. Pick again.
All goes back to that
In
Daily
1956, Roger Vadim directed his first film, And God Created Woman, which starred this actress, his then wife. Okay, player two.
Double. Sophia Loren.
Sorry, that's wrong.
Now I'm in second.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player one.
Oh, who's Leslie Caron?
That's not it.
Now I have no money left.
Any other takers?
Oh, man. Now player three's going to extend
Okay,
this
player
lead
three.
even more.
Yeah, good.
Legit Marco. Knees up to 10,000.
A lot of clues, a lot of categories.
Oh,
Player
son
three.
of
Make us
2000.
this director, son of a famous impressionist painter, is perhaps best known for his 1937 film, Grand Illusion.
I've lost all 7,400.
Here's the correct
that I've had.
response. Jean Renoir.
Jean Noir.
Select again.
History game for 4.
It's 1922, and the Blackshirts force King Victor Emmanuel III to appoint this far-right fielder as prime minister. Player one?
Who's Franco?
No.
Oh, no.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a
If
correct
I don't make it
response?
to Final Jeopardy, then my first game total, and the score for my first game counts as
Yes,
0.
player two. Right.
Benito Mussolini.
Player two, you start. It's 1649, and this king is looking kind of tired out. Yep, here comes Oliver Cromwell to give him the hook. Yes, player two.
Richard III.
Sorry. Any other takers?
Oh, come on. I have to get this
Okay,
right.
player one.
Please. Who's George II?
Sorry.
No!
Any other takers?
-12.
Let's hear it, player three.
Oh.
Correct. Player three, start us. It's July 10th, 1553, and this lady will pinch hit for Edward VI, who's been taken out of the game. Cousin Mary is on deck.
I was doing so well. I was doing well in this round before. Now I hit a huge roadblock.
We're talking about Jane Grey.
Jane Grey.
Player three, back to you for our
History
next
game for
selection.
16.
It's going back, and it's over the 73-mile-long wall built in the 120s AD by this slugger, the Emperor. Let's hear it, player three. Right you are. Player three, back to you for our
History
next
game for
selection.
2000.
It's 1902, and Teddy Roosevelt is putting this junior on the bench, the Supreme Court bench, and he'll be there for 29 years.
Come on, please let me
Let's
get
hear
this.
it, player one.
Who's Oliver Wendell Holmes?
That's it, and you're back
Thank
with some money.
you.
A lot of
I
clues, a lot
needed
of
that.
categories, player
Insects
one.
300.
The kid reached Texas from Mexico around 1890. and spread into most cotton-growing areas of the United States. It's player 1.
Where is the boll weevil? Okay, insects for 12.
Player 1. Like 1990, 2007 was a year when these noisy insects famously swarmed the Midwest. It's player 1.
What are bumblebees?
That's not it.
No!
Anyone else care to try to
There
come up
goes
with the
any
correct
chance
response?
of possible comeback.
We're talking about cicadas.
1600.
You get stoneflies belong to the order Plecoptera, which means pleated this. Yes, player 2.
The leg.
Any other takers? Okay, player 1.
His wing.
Good for you.
And the last clue is mine because it's the other daily
And the
double.
$2,000 clue? Answer.
We're gonna have
The
to
other
risk
daily double.
everything.
You're in second place, so what is your wager? Answer this. 2 common shorthorn species of this in North America are the lubber and eastern lubber.
What is grasshopper?
Hey, you're right.
There we go.
Sorry, player 2. Looks like you will not be continuing on to Final
I
Jeopardy.
never got 10 figures, the 5
So
figures.
much depends on how you do in the Final Jeopardy category, which today
Well,
is
player 2 didn't make it to Final
literary
Jeopardy.
characters.
Literary characters is the Final Jeopardy
So, what's your wager?
category, and I'm gonna have to go
This is a good
for
category.
everything.
Here's the clue for you. This hero is the son of Ecgtheow and the grandson of Hrethel.
Who's Beowulf? So player 2's official score for
Your
game 1
response?
is 0.
How much do you add to your total with that correct response?
8,000. So that puts me at 8,000.
Did you come
Player
up with the
3
correct response?
got it
With that
right.
correct response, you will gain.
Wager $3,000. So at the end of the first game of this finals, player 3 has the lead with 15,400. I'm in second with 8,000, and player 2 had minus 600. But we're gonna count that as 0.
Congratulations to you.
So needless to say, I've got my work cut out here in the second game of the finals. And we'll see if I can do it when we do the second game following this timeout.